Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, I can't live without you. Whoa, oh, oh.
Hey, so before we get into it, I thought I would leave some timestamps if you're only interested in certain parts. So skip to about 44 seconds in if you want to hear about equipment, 3 minutes 41 if you want to hear about how I film. How I edit my videos is at about 7 minutes 41, and how I edit my thumbnails is at about 18:55. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I film and edit my videos. This has been a very long awaited video. I feel like I've said I was going to do this like literally years ago. Anyway, just thought I would start off by saying these clips that you are currently seeing are on my Canon G7X, which is what I tend to use for my vlogs, but every now and again I will use them for my main videos. It just depends the kind of vibe I'm going for, the lighting. If I'm filming at night, I tend to use this because it picks up lighting better than my other camera. So Nikon D5600. I really like this camera. I use this for my photography. I'm thinking of, well, we'll go into different things, but yeah, that's the camera that I tend to use for my main videos. Okay, so I literally never said, sometimes use a mic. I don't use it on my vlog camera, I don't think I even can, but on my Nikon D5600, I do have a mic, which I sometimes use if I can be bothered. It is the Rode microphone. I would say it's not worth the money, at least for me. I don't think the sound quality makes that much difference compared to using my camera. I've tried it in all different ways and I just personally don't find it to be great, but every now and again I use it if I'm feeling fancy. I also never really said this. I said my main camera is my Nikon D5600. That is such a lie. The Canon G7X, in my opinion, is so much better for filming because it really does pick up light better. I find it focuses better. With my Nikon D5600, I tend to find that I come back to edit the clips and they're out of focus, which is not what you want. So I tend to stick with the Canon G7X, and if you're kind of starting out, I would honestly really recommend this camera because it is just great, and I know everyone uses it, but it's because it's good. The tripod that I use for my vlog camera is a Manfrotto. I'm not sure if it's just a Manfrotto Pixie or if it's just like a Manfrotto. Anyway, and I have it in white and I really like it. I want to get the extendable one maybe at some point. Don't know how I actually forgot to mention this, but my main tripod, which I do use all the time and I've had for years, is super sturdy. It's a Velbon DF41 tripod. I'm not positive on the name of it, but I've literally had it for like 4 years maybe. It stuck with me through all this time. It's literally so great. I really, really like it. So if you're looking for a durable tripod, I would recommend that. Sometimes I will film with a studio light, however, most of the time I tend to not use studio lights. I prefer to use natural lighting. I might just turn this down a bit. Prefer to use natural lighting, I just prefer the look of it. But if I am filming at night and I want to use my big camera, I will tend to use studio lights. I also find that studio lights are good if you're doing makeup. So I have a softbox light. I'm not sure the exact name, but I got them off of Amazon or eBay, I want to say. I'm not sure. Again, I got these years ago. They were a really good price. They're just softbox. You can't change like the temperature or how bright they are, but for what I use, they're perfect. First thing you want to do is you want to find your background, where you want to film. This depends on the kind of video. Sit down videos, I like to have something in the background, but I don't like it to be too busy. My room at the moment isn't in the perfect setup for filming, however, when I move it all around again and get it sorted, it will be more suited. I'm gonna find a little background and basically I just set up the camera and see how it works. So this video that I'm going to be filming is like an outfit thing, so I need to find a top just to start it off. I have got slight pink on my eyes, so I'm going to wear a pink top. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a how I style my outfits in quarantine. That was such a rubbish way of doing it. Hello everybody, welcome back. My outfits in quarantine video. My necklace is the wrong way. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a how I style my outfits in quarantine kind of video. So as you can see, it sometimes takes a few takes to get my videos started, but once I have started filming, I will literally just sit, as you can see, so casual. I've got a nice top on and pyjama bottoms, and this setup is the most simple ever, and Literally, sometimes I will prop up my camera on my bed because it's just the perfect angle. So you don't need anything fancy to get like cool shots. However, I don't think this clip could be used because I didn't have the mic turned on my camera. So make sure you check all the settings before you start filming, because literally filming a whole video and coming back to it not being on is the most frustrating thing. So this video needed multiple shots, so here I am setting up the camera, changing all of the ISO, shutter speed, aperture, all of the different settings to however suits. I prefer to use ISO 100 when I can, so because I was outside, that worked perfectly. It's adjusting the height of the tripod multiple times, and using my phone really helped for me to see the angle. I have the SnapBridge app, which basically connects my camera to my phone. I can't record from it, but I can see exactly what my camera sees, so I can see the angle perfectly. Okay, so now I've got all of my outside clips. Usually I won't film outside, but I thought I'd try and make this a bit more interesting. I'm going to look through the footage and see if there's anything else that I feel like I need to add in, because often there is, especially with these types of videos. Okay, so for this video I want to add in a few overlays of shoes. So I'm just going to put some shoes on and film my feet. I'm just going to take out the SD card and I'm going to import the footage onto my Mac. So I do have some footage that I filmed on this camera as well, so I'm going to have to take it. MacBook Pro 13-inch 2018, and it's the one with the touch bar. So I just have this little adapter, which is by RayQ, and I just pop it in, and this means I can pop in my SD card. Okay, this is going to be quite a big video, so I'm going to take my hard drive. This is my passport, and this has a terabyte, 2 terabytes, I'm not sure. It's basically got a whole lot of storage. So rather than importing the footage onto my Mac, I'm going to import it onto my hard drive. I just lost my voice. Open up the hard drive. I'm just going to create a new folder and I'm going to call it my outfit. I'm just going to call it outfit. And then I'm going to take the SD card. So this is some of the footage. So I'm going to drag this and I'm going to pop it into outfit. So we ran into a hiccup. It wasn't recording any of the audio, so that's good. I'm gonna refilm the intro and the outro of the video. Yeah. We love a broken tripod. So what I'm gonna do is I've got Final Cut Pro, so I'm gonna open up that. I'm gonna press this down here, which is new project, and I'm just gonna call it outfits. Import all of that footage. So I'm going to do this from my hard drive. Videos like this, I tend to prefer to edit all of the like more artsy clips first and then add in the intro and everything. Some of these are out of focus, which is just really great, but I'm just going to drag in clips from the first outfit. 3 minutes worth of footage just here. So I basically go through, and what I like to do is I like to do different cuts first. Basically how I cut a clip, so say if I just wanted to cut it here, I would select it, make sure it's pressed, and then I would press Command B, and that just cuts it. So yeah, that's that. So basically what I do first is I just go through and do all of the basic cuts. So I'll do that for this clip, and then I'll bring in the next outfit and the next outfit. Okay, so this is literally just a simple like sped up version of me doing basic cuts on the first few clips. It's literally so easy. I just watch it through and cut it every time I feel like it needs a cut. So I'm getting through all of my editing. It's 2 minutes of the video. That took me just under an hour to do the 2 minutes. That's basically cutting down all of the little clips that I had. So once I've rearranged all of the clips, I then go through and add in any slow motions that I want, any fast bits that I want, and I basically just make sure I know where I want them to go. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and colour each clip. So half of these are all different lighting, so I'm going to just focus on each clip first, and then once I've got a general, they're looking quite similar, I will then colour grade them so that they're all, if that made any sense, but you'll see the clip. Okay, this bit kind of confused me to begin with when I started using Final Cut Pro, how to change all the colours, but literally I just used the like normal colouring section and I just play around with all of the exposure, the saturation, the colour, until I get it how I want for each clip. I will then save it as a new preset and add it to the clips that I want to, and obviously they don't all match perfectly, so once it's on the other clips I then just make slight adjustments so it works for each of them. The next thing that I do once I've coloured everything is I like to add in my overlays. So I've got a few overlays I've taken of shoes, so I'm going to find the shoes that I want to match the outfit and figure out how I want to do the overlays, how bold I want them to be, whether I want them to be like kind of separate. Okay, so it's got to the point where I'm bored of the silence, so I'm going to add in some music. So I get all of my music from this YouTube channel here, Audio Library. It's free, and basically all you have to do is when you download the music, you either have to follow the artist on some sort of social media, so Spotify, Instagram, or SoundCloud. Don't quote me on that, but basically when you go into the description of the video, say if you really like it, you then just follow the link, and to download it you just have to follow one of their accounts. It's really simple, and then you just have to make sure that you copy and paste what you need to into the description of the video that you use it in. I keep all of my music stuff in my notes, so I have a lot of different things. So I have a music section, and basically in this music section I just keep all of the music that I currently have downloaded. I just thought I should mention that the reason I keep them in my notes is so that I can keep what I need to copy and paste into the description boxes at hand, so I don't have to, every single time I upload, I have to Google it, so it's just in my notes. So say if I want to use one certain song, then I just have to go to my notes, find that song, and just copy and paste that into my description of my video, so it makes life a whole lot easier. I like to listen to them first to see which I think might work best. So the first one we've got is Waiting on You. Been friends since 1995. The next one is Lay Down Beside You. If I could lay down beside you, I would, when nothing really matters. This one I really want to use, but because it's got the clicks in it, I will need to change all of the clips to fit the clicks. Could be difficult. The next one I have is Woho, I Thought It'd Be Me and You. I'm not in the mood, but you'll be here soon. So I'm gonna try the Lay Down Beside You, but it's gonna take a whole lot of editing, so I will try and edit it to it. I'm just going to watch it through first with the music, and then I will see what I want to do. I also like to put my Mac volume to like a normal volume that I would listen to things in, so then I can adjust the music in there so it's not going to be too loud for just the average person. Okay, so I've just added in the music and I really like it with it, so because this is like a whole styling video, I'm going to start doing the extra bits that I would do. So this is when my iPad comes into play. Welcome to my iPad. I'm going to open up Procreate, and on here, if I just add a new one and do video template, I'm saying video template like everyone has video template. I made a template which is the size 1920 by 1080, which is the size of YouTube videos. So if you are making any overlays, even if you're using it in Photoshop or PicMonkey, that is the size that you're going to want for your overlays. For your thumbnails, however, you want it to be 1280 by 720. Plain white background. Okay, so because this is outfit 1, I'm going to take a black pen, and I've got Studio Pen, and this is the main settings that I have it on, so I have it on Streamline 70%. I thought I should also mention that I do sometimes use the pen Inker, which I just use the settings that it comes with. It's a bit of like trial and error really, so I'm going to firstly just write outfit 1. So I do kind of like that, but I'm just going to redo it. So I find instead of making like writing it bigger, I find it easier to make the actual picture smaller so I can still write at the same size. Outfit 1. So if I do this, I can then make it bigger, make it smaller, rotate it about there. That looks about central to me. So if I just have outfit 1, I don't know if I want to add anything else. If I go to brushes, look at spray paints. I do like the flicks, so we could try flicks in like a grey. Lower the opacity. Maybe if I'd done that in pink. So a lot of my like editing for this is really is trial and error, just this whole thing. So again, I'm going to lower the opacity. See, I just like it basic. I just like good old outfit number 1. So what I like to do is I then just press this thing up here, press share, and I'm going to save it as a PNG just because it's easier, and I'm going to airdrop it to my Mac. So then all I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto the layer where it says outfit 1, and I'm going to take my rubber and I'm going to rub out the 1. And then I'm going to write 2, 3, however many that I need, and again save it or airdrop it to my Mac. I just thought I'd explain why I save it in PNG. If you are doing overlays to go onto your video and you're using transparent backgrounds, if you save it as a PNG, it will come on with a transparent background. If you save it as like a JPEG or a PDF, even if you've edited it with a transparent background, it won't be transparent when you put it on. So I just thought I would reiterate that. At least that's how it's always worked with me. I have popped in the music, and I've got, not all of the clicks are in time, but it's because they run over, but I've got quite a few, so if I just show you as an example. So all of the like outfit numbers, they are all perfectly in time with clicks. Nearly 3 minutes long, so I've still got this much music left, which is kind of annoying, but I'm just going to have to cut it off at some point. So the next thing I'm going to do is I need to add in my intro and outro, wherever that clip is. Anyway, this is it here, so I'm just going to drag that into the start. And I'm going to edit through this and then add in my actual intro and my actual end slate and try and make that work. I also just wanted to say it's currently 10 to 9, so I started this at 5 o'clock, so I did an hour, and then that was to 7, and then 7:30 I've done an extra hour and a half, so I've done 2.5 hours of editing so far. Is that right? Next step is, now I've got every single clip in, I am basically just using Procreate again, and I just basically go through the whole thing. I make sure the background colour is transparent this time, so it'll look a bit like this. And I will just go through watching the video at the same time. So as I watch the video, I will pause it if I see a moment where I want to add in a little bit of information or a little bit of text or a picture. The first thing that I need to do is I just need to write my, what's it called? It's like the title. So as it starts, I like to have a little bit of text coming through saying what the video is. And then I use sound effects, so I like to use the typewriter. Don't use the normal typewriter, it's the third one down in Final Cut Pro, and it's 43 seconds long, so obviously I cut it down, but it sounds like this. Okay, so this is how it is looking so far. So I've got obviously all of the main clips along here. These are all of the add-in, and then all of the orange bits are like slow-mo kind of things, same with up here. And then here is where I've added in extra music. Yeah, I've added in a few like extra text bits. So I've added in my weekend outfits, my Instagram, and then obviously the overlay clips. So next thing is I need to basically write in the outfit information. Here is the thing here. So I'm probably going to want to put the text in this section here because it's a really good blank space. So I look for the best space to do the writing, and then I insert it. Okay, it's 10:15. I think I have done it. So this is what it's looking like now with all of the little bits and bobs. Zoom it in a bit, you can kind of see a bit more. All of like here, this is quite intricate when we've got all the different cuts and stuff, and they're all different zooms. I'm pretty proud of it. I'm going to watch it through a few times. I'll watch it through just normally, and I'll watch it through in full screen so I can see. So after literally pretty much exactly 4 hours, the video is finally ready. I'm just quickly saving it. I just save it to my usual documents. Then it comes to the thumbnail, which I hate doing. I love it and I hate it. These kind of videos, I hate it. So I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to grab a cup of tea, I'm going to take my makeup off, and then I'm going to get back to you guys ready to do the thumbnail. I'd rather get this all edited tonight, so tomorrow I don't have to worry. Okay, so, oh god, I'm not looking too great. Depending on the type of video, my thumbnails are going to be different. I didn't explain this very well in the video, but basically when it comes to thumbnails, if I filmed a vlog or an outfit type video like the one I'm editing, I will basically go through the whole video and find a screenshot that works. So because it was an outfit video, I wanted to make sure I had screenshots of each individual outfit. I will get multiple different ones, so for one outfit I might have 3 different screenshots, and then basically I just go through them all and see which is best. But if I have a sit down video, I tend to pose for thumbnails. So I will screenshot a ton of my poses and again, compare, see which I prefer. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through my thumbnails. Again, I didn't explain this very well, but I'm guessing because it was like nearly midnight. But basically, I import all of my photos into Photoshop, and so because for this one I had 7 different photos, I would crop them and I would line them up so that they fitted the 1080 by 720 frame. The next thing that I will do is I will then make sure that it's all like individually separated out. So I will put on different lines as a border. On Photoshop I have it 10 pixels wide, so I basically just cover all of them so that they're separated. Now for this one it looked a bit too busy, so I blurred the actual photos and the background lines because it was too much. The next thing that I did is I added on the border that I would usually do. So again, it's 10 pixels wide and I do it on the top and the bottom and both of the sides just to create a nice streamlined look. And then I add in the text. So again, this looked really bad, so I did what I usually do and I make the text black below it and I do like a double layer shadow kind of thing, and this just helps the text to stand out a lot more, especially with how busy the background was. The font that I use is one that I downloaded from a website called dafont.com. It's a really great website where you can download literally hundreds of free ones, and the style that I use is Photoshoot. I really like this, and the size that I put my text in was 18. Most of the time for my thumbnails, however, I will only have like maybe 1 photo or maybe 4 or 2, so I wouldn't blur the background because it doesn't need to be blurred. If I'm doing a main channel video, I obviously don't want it to be blurred, but when it's this kind of video and you're trying to hide something and you don't want to show it off, blurring it makes a really big difference. But all of the other times I literally use the same text, I use the same border, I use the same kind of lines, so all of that stays the same. It's just the amount of photos that I use and if I blur them and how I colour them, that is different. I like to colour my photos literally just using the colour balance option on Photoshop, and I just kind of make it a bit more yellowy and pinky rather than more blue. Pretty much my thumbnails, so this whole process has taken me about 6.5 hours. That is the process for a regular video, about 6.5 hours, clearly is the average. It didn't used to take me as long, but I've become a bit of a perfectionist. It doesn't have to take as long, it just takes me quite a long time. I have videos that take longer, I have videos that are shorter, but I would say that's about the average for me. So if you think that's like a whole school day. So this is why I struggle to get videos up when I'm at college and working and a dance, because I just don't have the time. Okay, so I never ended this, but I would say I did add a bit extra onto the video, like editing wise, which is why it did take longer, because it doesn't seem like it'd take 2.5 hours to do a thumbnail. It probably took me about 1 hour and 45 to do that thumbnail. It took a lot of editing because there was a lot to go through. But yeah, that is how I film and edit my videos. A lot of people will have a lengthier process, a lot of people will have a much shorter process, but this is what works for me. So I just find that doing basic cuts on my video, then going in and doing extra, then going in and doing extra, then going in and doing extra works really well for me. It helps me to split my time up, and it means I can be like, okay, I'll do the basic cut and then I'll go down and get another tea, or I will add in all of the extra little bits and bobs and then I'll go to bed, you know? So it just really helps me with time management in getting all my videos up. But yeah, that I didn't really know whether I should add anything else in about uploading the actual video. I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. Yeah, that is everything. Wow, this was a very big video. I had a lot of footage. So I just said that's so weird, footage. If you have got to this point, wow, I'm honestly proud of you, because I don't know if I would have lasted this long. But if you are starting up YouTube, if you want to do some filming, then good luck. I hope it all works out for you guys. Yeah, just enjoy it, because it's what I really like to do, and I really do enjoy it, which I hope you can see in my videos. If you did enjoy this, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to be notified every time I upload new videos. I'm really trying to get on it with my uploads and get as many out for you guys that are good quality as well. Anyway, I'll see you all soon with another one. I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day.
I can't breathe without your